All right, we are live. How's it going, Steve? How's it going, Nilween? We are reacting to the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. Yeah. Let's get started in this. I see it's an hour long, so that's it's a long direct. Hopefully, there's some good reveals. I've been trying to avoid spoilers, so I know the name of the Mario Kart game, and it's been implied there might be a new Donkey Kong game. That's really all I've heard, so I've done pretty well with avoiding spoilers. But let's see if there's anything good in the direct here. Hey Brian, how's it going? Yep, Reactionage. Is there a new Shapes game, or what is this supposed to be? I think this is just an intro. Oh yeah, Nintendo. When Shapes game? uh, Turn up audio. Okay.
Let's go!
Okay, so we got Mario Kart here. What is new about this new Mario Kart? I mean, it's got Yoshi, so it's confirmed to not be a bad Mario Kart game. Are these all new tracks? I'm trying to see if these are like that one there looked like the Wario Mountain. I don't know if that's the case or not. So are these new tracks? Are these some repeats from old games, remakes from old games? So I did see a double item box, so it's confirmed that we're gonna have at least 2 items. Oh, you can wall jump and grind on the electricity wires. Okay. So I think that the coin box item was new. What the heck's is transformation items? What do the transformations do? Do they give you different items, or what is the point of transformations?
Hello everyone, I'm Koichi Kawamoto. And I'll be one of your guides
why
for
French
today's
captions?
Nintendo Direct. I'm the producer for Nintendo Switch 2.
I'm Takuhiro Dota, the director for Nintendo Switch 2.
Hold on, how do I change captions to
I'm
English?
Tetsuya Sasaki, the hardware design lead for Nintendo Switch 2.
What you just saw was
How
Mario
do I
Kart
change the
World,
captions to
launching
English?
exclusively on Nintendo Switch 2. Now, what
settings,
do you think
okay.
this brand new Mario Kart game will be like?
Okay.
A brand new entry in the Mario Kart series is launching exclusively on the Nintendo Switch 2 system. Welcome to this vast world. Kart races are held throughout various regions that span the globe. Depending on the time of day and weather conditions, the atmosphere will change.
Okay, so each race has its own like stuff where it's a different track. Like, is it sort of like Animal
in this
Crossing
Mario
in
Kart
Mario Kart
game,
8, where you've got different seasons, except it's
You
for
can
all
go
tracks,
off
I
the
guess?
racetrack and drive virtually everywhere in this world.
That's code for Lakitu doesn't help you when you suck.
In the classic Grand Prix, race through 4 courses in a bid for first place.
Okay, standard Mario Kart
But
stuff.
don't sleep at the wheel. You'll also drive to the next course as part of the competition.
Oh, why?
With 24 drivers in each race, the most in series history, the competition is gearing up.
Yeah, 24 is quite a lot. That's gonna be a lot of item spammage in
Introducing
online.
Knockout Tour. Race non-stop from one corner of the world to another. There are multiple checkpoints along the way. If you're below the placement shown when you hit a checkpoint, you'll be eliminated.
So it's like that F-Zero 99 thing?
Can you make it all the way to the finish line? You can also freely drive around this vast world in free roam. By going off-road, you can explore new areas and routes. So drive wherever your heart takes you.
Wherever my heart takes me. So Blackshear's not gonna help me if I get
You
stuck or
can also
anything?
go for scenic drives with friends. And even take photos together at different locations. A brand new race across the entire world starts here. Mario Kart World! The game launches on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2.
Okay, so it's a
More
release
details
title.
about this title will be shared in an upcoming Mario Kart World Direct. So be on the lookout for more information in the future.
April 17th. What day of the week is that? I might try to react to that on stream
Mario
as
Kart
well.
World launches on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2.
That's on a Thursday, so I might actually
Share more
react on the
details in
Thursday
future,
itself.
So we hope you're looking forward to it.
Next, we'd like to introduce some of the new features of Nintendo Switch 2. These are the Joy-Con 2 controllers for Switch 2. And on the right Joy-Con 2,
What's the new
we've
C
added a
button?
new C button.
Alright, what's the C button do?
Let's take a look at some new experiences it offers.
I'm still ahead of all of you guys. Woo! That was me. That was you? So quick.
It links you to Discord?
Wait, no, 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 no.
Nix, I'm coming for you.
No, I'm about to get
Come on, no.
Is it like the in-game chat that they currently have on the mobile app?
Game Chat, a new feature for Nintendo Switch 2.
They basically,
Can you hear me?
yeah, so they brought the thing from the mobile app that's only on Mario Kart, I
With
think,
this feature,
into
you'll be able to communicate with friends and
into
family
the
while
game.
playing a game.
Should we follow you? Yeah.
so a random stranger's just gonna
Okay.
turn on chat and I'm gonna have to listen to them.
While using the Game Chat feature, your voice is recognized by a microphone built into the system.
Oh, okay. But you're still behind me.
When you're not using the feature, it's still being
It
recognized
can
and being
pick
sent
up your
directly to
speaking voice
Nintendo.
clearly, even from a distance.
Let's jump on here. Alright, let's keep going. It's coming. Let's make a left right here. Let's make a.
When it's noisy around you, your voice will still come through clearly, letting you chat with ease.
How did you get hit by a boat? Okay, nice, nice.
It does look beautiful. It's opaque.
And you can use this feature in handheld mode too, letting you easily chat with friends and family. If you open the chat menu and turn on game screen sharing,
Well, like that's just covering up their own game screen. Okay, so I think that's just during
Did you see
that way
somebody
you're
said go
changing
on
the
top of
settings.
dinosaur?
Okay.
Really? They can do that?
Can do it?
you guys just did it.
Oh, I want to do it too.
Oh, shoot. Oh. Ooh. Oh, he's trying to eat me. He's trying to eat me.
Okay, I got it. I got it.
Oh, no, 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 no.
So you've got screen sharing and you've got
You can chat to
Microphones.
your heart's content, even while playing different games.
Leg,
Yeah,
your
I know
beloved.
that one. It's so hard, right? It's tough.
Yeah, leg would definitely.
I'm like in the sky
probably
right
fix that.
here. I'm like, I fell. I'm falling.
Okay,
I'm falling.
Wonder is
Okay,
confirmed to be released on Switch 2. There's a Kirby game as well. Is that the
Cute.
Kirby game that already exists? I don't know the Kirby game.
You can adjust
Or
the
the
size
Pikmin
of
game.
your game screen,
Guys, I'm lost. Like,
Where'd you go?
or expand another friend's game screen.
Yeah, I'm gonna play games to not play and just watch someone else play.
Oh, that's to your
I'm gonna be a Twitch viewer.
It's just like the wall. Like if she gets past the wall.
this is where I have to do a little wall ride.
Okay. Okay.
So everyone can watch them play.
I think I know where you are. I think I know where you are. Wait. Okay.
I feel like that button's gonna be hit by accident too much, and I'm just gonna be sharing my screen with everyone.
Let's take a picture here.
Like, how do you get to this share screen after you hit the C button?
Oh, yo, that's sick.
I like your pose, Meeks.
On the right Joy-Con 2 controller, there's an additional button. With the C button, you can pull up a chat menu.
So it pulls up a menu. I feel like just like the screenshot button where I accidentally take screenshots, I'm gonna like accidentally start
You
pulling
can
up that
quickly and
menu.
easily mute yourself and more. And there's this. By connecting this camera to the system.
Hey!
Hey, what's up? Hello. Yo.
Hi, how's everyone doing? Good?
So you can play different
You can
games
appear
with
on
people
screen
because I see that they're
and
playing
video
different
chat while
games.
playing a game.
Your face is on here.
Wait, Nick, how was your test
So,
yesterday?
It was good.
No.
Here's how it looks with just the camera feed.
yes, I'm expecting this to be a friends-only thing. 'Cause I would not want strangers online just turning their
Please
cameras
look
on.
forward to games which use your camera feed like this.
Oh, okay.
That looks
Wait.
good.
Go
That
left,
looks
go
good.
left. Left,
Oh, wait,
left. I'll let you
if I
fix
go a
it.
little more this way.
Using Game Chat. Even when you're apart, you can play games and hang out as if you were together in the same room. Play together or compete in online multiplayer games. Chat while playing your personal favorites. Decide your own rules. for a
Okay, that's the
virtual game
Nintendo Switch
competition.
online screen. So it looks like they're
Or
keeping
hold a
those on the
scoring
Nintendo Switch
competition
too.
between families.
I just saw Super Mario World and I had to
All
determine
together,
what
anytime,
what that was, if that
anywhere.
was a new game or
Game Chat.
What did you think?
I
In
mean, I
developing
don't
Game Chat,
know if
Our goal was for you to enjoy playing online with others more closely, including family and friends.
I mean, I feel like it should only be family and friends. I wouldn't really want online strangers just sharing that. So is it family and friends only, or are online strangers going to
camera you
randomly
saw
be
in
doing
the
that?
trailer is the Nintendo Switch 2 camera, which will be available on the same day as Switch 2.
But because it's a Nintendo accessory, it costs 10 times what you could get as a
Nintendo
remake
Switch
or
Online
a
membership will be required to
random
use Game
accessory
Chat.
that's not Nintendo.
However, since we'd like as many people as possible to experience Game Chat, it will be available without a membership for a limited time. We hope you'll try it out.
What, are they going to allow you to play
Additionally,
online
Game
without
Chat
it?
supports the Nintendo Switch Parental Controls app, and different settings can be adjusted. For example, whether parental permission is always required when a child wants to use Game Chat to play with their friends.
We'd like to introduce another new experience you can share with family and friends. On Nintendo Switch, even if you just have one game, you can pass a Joy-Con controller to a friend and play together.
Okay.
But on Nintendo Switch 2, you can play together locally on multiple systems using just one game, with Game Share. As shown here, even games that require multiple screens can be played if one person owns a compatible game. With Game Share, you can temporarily share compatible games with others who also have Nintendo Switch 2 or a Nintendo Switch system. You can share a game with up to 3 other systems at a time. Game Share also supports online play with other Switch 2 systems, and you can use it with friends via Game Chat, which we showed earlier.
Wait, what? So
Game
only
Share
one
can
person
only be
needs
used
to...
with compatible games.
Only
This
one person needs
feature
to
is
own the
planned for
game?
several titles, starting with a free update
Did I
for Clubhouse
understand
Games
that
51
properly?
Worldwide Classics on Nintendo Switch. Game Share support is also planned for select games exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2.
I feel like they wouldn't have that for Mario Kart. 'Cause
Up next,
I don't know. Like, a bit weird that
we'd like to show
it's
you
good that
the Nintendo Switch
only one
2
person will need to
system
own it,
itself.
but I'm thinking like, would play still need the console, so why have a console without a game? No. Weird. What do we have now? Bigger screen.
At 7.9
Okay.
inches, Switch 2 has a bigger built-in screen. Here's how that compares to Nintendo Switch. The system's thickness remains the same.
Yeah, but if you're playing dock, that doesn't really matter.
With approximately double the pixels compared to Switch, you can enjoy games in greater detail on the 1080p screen.
You can now play in 1080p in handheld instead of needing to dock it from 1080p. But who plays in
The
handheld?
screen supports up to 120 frames per second, allowing for smoother gameplay in supported titles.
As opposed to 60? Like, can people tell the difference between 60 and 120? Are
LCD
people's eyes
screen
that good?
is more vivid and supports HDR, providing more contrast between light and dark areas of the images.
You only play in handheld? Okay. Well, I guess some people probably play in handheld.
Joy-Con 2 controllers connect magnetically. Strong magnets keep the controllers firmly attached to the system. Detach a controller easily by pressing the release button on the back.
Your SL and SR buttons? What?
The SL
Okay.
and SR buttons.
I forgot those were
bigger
small. Do you even
for
use
greater
those buttons for
comfort and
anything?
Control when playing with a Joy-Con 2 held horizontally. The left and right sticks are now larger.
Or do they still get drift? That's the important thing.
Each Joy-Con 2 controller can be used as a mouse to play with compatible games. Both the left and right
Such
Joy-Con 2
as?
support mouse controls.
The only new game you've announced is Mario Kart.
By adjusting the
What?
audio balance between the ranges, sounds from the built-in speakers are clearer and more natural in handheld and tabletop modes. It has a built-in microphone, so you can voice chat with friends anytime via game chat.
I'm definitely
Also
curious
uses
how
noise-canceling technology to
good
filter
the microphone
sounds,
is.
So your voice
like it's
will
probably
come
not
through
as good
clearly.
as my professional studio microphone. So everyone hearing me online in the games, if I
Even
if I
if you
do
don't
that, it's
have a
going to hear me
surround sound
completely
system,
differently.
Games can be enjoyed with more immersive, three-dimensional sound, as if it were coming from all around you.
I don't know how well that's being picked up on the thing, but yeah, I could hear that as if it was moving,
Place
the
your
audio
Nintendo
there.
Switch 2 however you like with a large, sturdy stand.
But honestly, I didn't know it doesn't already
You can
do
move
that.
freely, like this.
USB-C ports for what?
In addition to the USB-C port found on the bottom of the system, there's one on top as well.
You can now charge it from the top instead of just from the
It's
bottom?
handy for connecting a USB-C camera or charging in tabletop mode.
Why would I not just charge it from the bottom?
Nintendo
the
Switch
dock.
2 comes with 256 gigabytes of internal storage, 8 times that of Nintendo Switch, for storing your game downloads,
Okay.
save data, and more.
Yeah, hopefully nobody would need
Reading
to
and
buy
writing data
a
is also
an
faster.
SD card.
Use the Nintendo Switch 2 dock to connect to your TV and enable up to 4K resolution
Ooh, nice.
for compatible games.
Well, for
HDR
compatible
is
games, of
also
course.
supported in TV mode.
What games are compatible with 4K?
The Nintendo Switch 2 dock has a built-in fan that keeps your system cool. This helps keep performance stable.
It's compatible. Okay, well,
On Nintendo Switch 2, you can play Nintendo Switch 2 games, as well as compatible Nintendo Switch games.
Hey, Mario
Physical
Maker
and
2.
digital games are supported.
what I'm curious about is, like, will those old games be able to work in 4K? Because, like, they would have needed to have been animated in a capacity where it would work with 4K in order for that to really work. Otherwise, you're going to have, like, a bunch of pixelated stuff from the upscaling.
As you just saw, Nintendo Switch 2 isn't simply an improved Nintendo Switch.
It's
We
not.
redesigned the system from the ground up.
Adding a
packed in
fan is
lots
just
of new
improving
game
it. I
features. And to help players better understand the Switch 2 hardware, we're currently developing this game. Mr. Kawamoto!
You need a
Hello.
game to help you understand what the
My
Switch
current
is.
location is actually inside the game itself. This is Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour, exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2.
You need a game to help you understand how to use your
Standing over
console.
here.
I don't think these people have ever heard
join me
the
inside the game.
saying that sometimes less is more. If it's too complex, that you need a game to
There
understand
are
it.
a lot of question mark icons here. Let's examine them. This sign reads, "Where are the magnets?" The Joy-Con 2 controllers attach to the system with magnets. And those magnets are inside the system.
They just have a game for some reason.
The SL and SR buttons on the Joy-Con 2 are made of metal, so that's how they attach to the system.
So it attaches through the
A
SL and SR
magnetic circuit
button.
is formed between
Okay.
them, so they won't easily detach.
Then what happens when
Through
you hit the
examining
button?
signs like these, you can discover all sorts of secrets about Nintendo Switch 2. Another example, the Joy-Con 2 controllers have mouse controls. And when combined with the gyroscopes, you can even do something like this.
But
You
what
can adjust
games will the
position of
mouse be
golf
used
club and
for?
aim for the cup by rotating the Joy-Con too. By combining the mouse controls and gyroscopes, things like this are possible. There are secrets to discover even as you're playing minigames and tech demos. Some of the secrets range from the unique features of the system to tiny details you might not notice until they're pointed out. There are plenty. Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour will launch as a paid digital game on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2.
Paid
so please
game.
check it out if you're interested.
Wait, you have to
Now,
pay for the
I'd like
tutorial?
to share some more information regarding Nintendo Switch 2. This is the game card for Nintendo Switch 2 titles.
Who would
It's
pay
the
for
same
the
shape
tutorial?
as Nintendo Switch game cards, but it's now red and it has much faster data reading speeds. Next up is additional storage. Switch 2 will only work with micro SD express cards.
Okay.
They're a different type of SD
Do they
card
not
and will
currently
make
work
high-speed
with only
data
micro
transfers
SD?
possible.
Micro SD Express?
Please note that regular micro SD cards used for Nintendo Switch will not be
Okay,
compatible.
so they're not. Micro SD is what they currently use, not micro SD
Additionally, to
Express.
transfer data from Switch to Switch 2,
Does the current Switch
you can
support
log
micro
into
SD
your
Express?
Nintendo
I'm
account
not
to
curious.
use the system
I'm not sure
transfer
exactly what it
feature.
supports.
With this feature, you can transfer save data, digital games, and more.
But I'm pretty sure Pokemon
We're
games are not
also
compatible with
releasing a
moving
new
save
Pro
features, so.
Controller. It has a C button, which launches Game Chat, and on
Pro
the back,
Controller, but
there
with a
are
C
new
button.
GL and GR buttons, which
GL
you
and
can
GR?
use to assign existing button controls. In addition,
Such
an
as-
audio jack has been added. We've introduced a few new features.
audio
In
jack
fact,
on my
in today's
controller?
presentation, the
Oh,
official
people are gonna
Nintendo
rage
Switch
throw their
2
controller and then
website
give
will go
themselves
live.
whiplash. That
There will
is-
also be an Ask the Developer
That is
article on
not
the website, where the three
that is
of
not a
us
good
will
idea.
talk about the development of Nintendo Switch 2. We hope you'll check that out as well.
And now, the Nintendo Switch 2 launch date. Nintendo Switch 2 launches on June 5th.
Okay, so
We're
that's
very much
just
looking
under 2
forward to
months
the day
away.
when you all get to experience it, so please wait just a bit longer.
Now, broadly speaking, on Nintendo Switch 2, you can play 3 types of games. The first type is Nintendo Switch 2 games.
Okay.
These games take advantage of the performance and features of Switch 2. The second type is compatible games that were released on Nintendo Switch.
Visit Nintendo's site
Nintendo Switch 2
for
edition
compatibility.
games
So
are
they're
the
not
third
all
type.
compatible? What ones are not compatible? That's
Some games that were released on Switch will receive upgraded versions that offer things like improved visuals, unique ways to play on
okay,
Switch
so if you
2,
like want the
and
4K,
more.
you probably have to buy the Switch 2 edition of these
Now,
games.
I'd like to show you the Nintendo Switch 2 edition of Super Mario Party Jamboree. Please take a look.
Super Mario Party Jamboree is getting an upgrade on Nintendo Switch 2. The
What?
upgrade expands on the base game and adds new features, including mouse controls,
Okay, I don't even remember. What was the Jamboree? Is that the latest Mario Party game?
more
Because
expressive rumble, and gameplay that uses a camera accessory.
you have to buy the game you already own in order to use these features.
Let's check out 3 new and
Like,
updated
is there
modes.
any way to upgrade? Like, if I've already
Is
got
Mario
the
Party
one for the
mode.
Switch,
With a single
they have,
camera,
like, a-
up to 4 players can join the festivities.
a discount
You'll be able
to
to see
upgrade.
each other's faces
That's what I want to
as
know,
they
because if they
play,
don't, like,
so you
they expect you to
experience
rebuy
all
the same game you already own.
reactions and emotions in real time. Or 4 friends can take the party online. Up next, it's Bowser Live, a mode where the livelier team wins. Bowser will bring you on stage to hit blocks to collect the most
So they have
coins.
camera games where you have to have your camera
Ride an
on?
RC car with your voice.
Is that...
Go.
I
And
don't know how many
compete
people
in
would
other
use
mini-games
these.
using full body movement and
Like,
sound. Finally,
I doubt anyone
take a
would use them,
ride
like, for
on the
online play.
mouse-controlled carnival coaster. With the safety bar lowered and secured, you're off. Use mouse controls to shoot down enemies while you feel the bumps and rumbles of the coaster.
Okay, so it's basically an expansion. So you buy the game, but then you buy the expansion to it. So it's not just a Switch 2 version. It's a base game and then an upgrade to the base game.
One where you shake a can of spray paint and quickly tag
I hope that's the case.
Enjoy the
I don't want to have to buy a game I already own.
How quickly can you reach the
I know a lot of people are complaining about that from the Wii U to the Switch, where that's all it was
the built-in
ports.
microphone, mouse controls, and rumble. The biggest party yet is getting even bigger. Super Mario Party Jamboree, Nintendo Switch 2 Edition, plus Jamboree TV launches on Nintendo Switch 2, July 24th.
July 24th, so that's not release
Nintendo
date.
Switch 2 players who already own Super Mario Party Jamboree
Okay, an
can
upgrade pack.
to Nintendo Switch 2 Edition plus Jamboree TV by purchasing an upgrade pack.
Okay.
Please look forward to a
That's
new
exactly
Mario
what I was
Party
asking. Hopefully the upgrade
where you
pack
can see each other's
is
reactions
a decent
while playing.
price, like the $20 that a
Let's continue
DLC
presenting some
typically
more
is.
Nintendo Switch 2 Edition games. Nintendo Switch 2
Tears of the
editions
Kingdom.
The Legend of Zelda
I would love
Breath
to
of
see
the
Tears of the
Wild
Kingdom in
and Legend of
4K.
Zelda Tears of the Kingdom feature enhanced resolution and frame rates, and also support HDR, which makes the image more vibrant, so you can play with smoother, higher definition graphics.
What is the new features, like Master Mode in Tears of the Kingdom?
Plus, you can get even more out of your adventures in Hyrule using Zelda Notes.
What is Zelda Notes?
This new feature can be accessed via the Nintendo Switch app on smart devices. It's a game-specific service that's exclusive to the Switch 2 editions of these titles.
Okay, but what does it
For
do?
example, it can help guide you to various locations, like shrines and Koroks you haven't found yet.
Guidance activating.
So it's basically what people have already used, called Google, for the last, like, I'm pretty sure there's online maps, like, on Zelda Dungeon or whatever
You
the
can
site
share
is.
your creations using QR codes and send them to another player to create in their game.
That's cool if you can use a QR code, like, oh, like, I take it, you need to plug in your camera to your Switch 2, actually, in order to scan the QR code,
We
or?
hope these features will make
Or no,
your
you do it through your
adventures even more
phone.
enjoyable.
Yeah. If your phone links to your Switch, you scan it with your phone or something. Okay.
In Kirby and the Forgotten Land, you'll be able to enjoy an additional story exclusive to the Nintendo Switch 2 edition, along with improved graphics and frame rates.
I would have liked Master Mode for
This
the
story
Tears
takes
of the
place
Kingdom.
in the Forgotten Land after being struck by a powerful meteor that's
I
causing some
don't think I've played
mysterious
Forgotten
changes.
Lands. Like, is that the one with the demo? I think I played the
hope you're
demo
looking
of this.
forward to Kirby's new
I don't think I've ever played a full Kirby game before. I'm not sure if maybe with the expansion, if I might.
Metroid Prime 4 Beyond will have both a Nintendo Switch
Wait, when
and
did
a
Prime 4
Nintendo
get
Switch
released?
2 edition.
They've been talking about Prime 4 being released for like 10 years now, 20 years now. So,
In addition
didn't even
to
realize it
standard
had actually
controls,
released yet.
You can use mouse controls for intuitive gameplay on Switch 2.
Mouse control. Like,
Plus, you can explore
why would
the
I not just
immersive
use
world in
motion
4K
controls? Like,
at
needing to
60
have the
frames per
controller
second,
down when I could
or
just
enjoy
move it
similar
around.
action in full HD
Feels a bit
at
weird.
120 frames per second.
Jeez, I didn't have it going.
Choose from these two modes, both of which support HDR, based on your preference and playstyle.
Yes, I think 4K 60
Plus,
frames per second, because I don't think most people could
Pokémon
see
Legends ZA, which is
the
scheduled
difference
to launch
between
later
60
this
and
year,
120.
will not only receive a Nintendo Switch version, but a Nintendo Switch 2 edition as well. By taking advantage of the
They're
power of
already
Switch
planning
2,
expansions
you
for
can
games they
enjoy
haven't
your
even
adventure
released
in Rio
yet.
City with enhanced resolution and frame rates.
I mean, for streaming, the
Nintendo
enhanced
Switch 2
resolutions
edition
don't really
games you
matter
just saw
because I think I'm
are
limited to
available as both
1080p on
physical
streams.
and digital versions.
But of course, I'll get the
And
expansion.
If you already own the Nintendo Switch version of a game, you can play the Nintendo Switch 2 edition by purchasing an upgrade pack.
Yeah, I'm definitely curious
We
what
hope you're
the
looking
price of the
forward to
upgrade
these
pack is.
Nintendo Switch 2
I'm hoping
edition
it's just $20 for like the standard DLC
Next,
price.
I'd like to introduce a brand new game featuring mouse controls with the Joy-Con 2 controllers. Please take a look.
They never said any prices of anything until after the direct. Okay, makes sense. People are probably raging too hard to not, because they want people to like the thing before they tell you it's way too expensive for you to actually want it. After the direct, you can tell me. Why? What exactly is the... Well, you're not using it as a mouse at that point. You're using motion controls. So if you're playing a mouse game, you have to like pull it up and start using motion controls. That's why I said mouse doesn't make much sense. Just use motion controls for most things. Why would we be using it as a mouse? Yeah, that's motion controls too. Did this not say it was a mouse game?
In Drag and Drive, you'll use both Joy-Con 2 controllers as mice to intuitively pull off various moves.
You say that, but then you showed a whole bunch of motion controls.
Twist on 3-on-3 matches
See?
using dual
You pull it
mouse
up and you use motion controls. But even when I was commenting, the mouse doesn't make much sense. Just use motion controls. They even use motion controls.
I have long observed the lands between.
What the game is this here?
World is in dire need of repair.
Elden Ring, okay.
You can see them, can't you? The rays of grace that guide you through your burden.
The Switch 2 is going to be able to handle this? Not gonna lie, that's pretty impressive.
I have no doubt you will become Elden Lord. May you take the throne.
Yeah, I never played Elden Ring. Maybe.
Hey, I'm Greg Kasavin from Supergiant Games, here to say that Hades 2 is coming to Nintendo Switch 2. Our first ever sequel introduces the Princess of the Dead, an immortal witch out to vanquish the sinister Titan.
Okay, so this is third-party games now, where it's just showing what games will be available on the Switch 2.
Getting to know dozens of characters from Greek myth in a story that reacts to your every setback and victory. It's the kind of game you can quickly pick up and play whether you're experienced with the original or not. Look for more about Hades.
I'm curious what games are not compatible with the Switch 2, like what ones that I'll have to keep my Switch for.
我々がお届けするタイトルはストリートファイター6です。本体を持ち寄っての対戦はもちろん、任天堂 Switch 2だけの新モードもあります。
New modes exclusive to Switch 2. I don't know what game this is.
通常版の他に総勢26キャラクターを収録した Years 1 2
Street
Fighter
Fighter.
Edition の2バージョンを、さらにゲーム
Not really, never heard of that. Never heard of Street Fighter.
Switch 2の発売日にお届けします。お楽しみに。
Alright, what's next?
Initiating Arsenal boot sequence.
What is this
Weapon
here?
Safety mechanism confirmed. All operating at normal levels. Testing data link with spine. Normal. Commencing launch. After too long,
Like, these aren't really telling me anything about the games.
We will finally be liberated from humans.
I'm in need of a new arsenal, new equipment, and money. I'm for sale, and you're buying.
So is the game called Arsenal? That's the word that popped up on screen.
Thanks for the warm welcome! This planet will be ours.
The Sovereign Axiom, the Trinitas, has almost completed a weapon that was created to destroy all humanity.
No!
So the lore of this game has something to do with a weapon.
Don't you get it?
I won't just stop you. I'll tear you apart!
I don't know what this is.
All children bring hope to our lives, don't they?
Okay, that's the name of the game.
Hey, this is Joseph Fares from Hazelight. I'm super excited for Split Fiction to come to Nintendo Switch 2. The game is a story about friendship. You play as Mio, who writes sci-fi, and Zoe, who writes fantasy. Together, they get trapped in their own stories and it's up to you and a friend to help them break free. Now, let me tell you this, if you like It Takes Two, you're gonna love this one, trust me. And of course,
the multiplayer.
you'll be able to play Split Fiction on the day.
What about those of us that don't have friends?
At EA Sports, we're bringing fans together across the world, both on the pitch and on the gridiron. We're excited to announce that EA Sports FC will be coming to Nintendo Switch 2. Madden NFL will also be arriving on the Nintendo platform. EA Sports, it's in the game.
Hi, I'm Alan Tu from Avalanche Software. We are bringing Hogwarts Legacy to Nintendo Switch 2. With enhanced graphics and seamless world transitions,
What is Hogwarts
you'll be
Legacy?
immersed in the
It's,
Wizarding World.
I presume it's a Harry Potter game, but I know nothing about it.
And the new mouse controls on Switch 2 give you even more ways to experience the adventure.
Like, this isn't telling me anything about the games. It's just saying these games are also on the Switch too.
Launches on the same day as Switch 2.
That's going to be a release title.
Captain, is that mic supposed to be on? Son of a...
So, keep porting it. It said 3 and 4. So what, they're porting 2 games into into Switch 2, and those that don't have it but think this looks interesting can buy it? Okay, available on the Switch 2, or are these new games? I can't tell if these are new games or ports.
We are bringing our
They're telling me
flagship
nothing
title,
about anything.
Hitman World of Assassination to Nintendo Switch 2.
I think so far these are all just ports
As
from
the best
third
assassin
parties.
in the trade, Agent
No
47
new
does
games.
everything he can to accomplish his mission. And how each mission progresses will vary depending on the player's imagination. Our ever-expanding game will release on the same day as Switch 2. Plus, we are excited to bring another familiar agent to the platform.
Sounds like this might be a new game. Or no, this is another port, because they said a familiar person. Is it a thing that's like, is it a new game in a series? Okay. Like, we can already tell what this is going to be, but what... I don't know if this is a new game. Project 007, yeah, okay.
James Bond. The world's favorite spy is coming to Nintendo Switch 2, so stay tuned.
In a new game and a remake, I don't know any games.
The story of light and shadow that never fades is reborn. Bravely Default returns, remastered in high definition. Featuring the Brave and Default commands that help you control the flow of turn-based battles. Change and customize jobs
The
to
JRPG?
your very own party.
How long into this are we? Okay, I'm assuming that once we get to that end of the gray box, that's when the third-party stuff ends, and hopefully there's something new.
Square Enix presents the classic fantasy RPG, Bravely Default Flying Fairy HD Remaster.
Yeah, none of these,
Set foot in Luxembourg as
none of these
warrior of
ports. I think these are ports. I've ever heard of or been interested in.
我々がお送りするタイトルは
I want to hear more about the first-party games, but of course, Nintendo needs to bait you into watching all the third-party stuff to pad the time. Because you're going to leave after the first-party stuff, which is obviously the end.
伝説の始まりを追加シーンとともにお楽しみください。発売日は Nintendo Switch 2の発売と同じ日です。今後のシリーズ展開にもぜひご期待ください。
We'll have more games to show from our publishing and development partners, but for now, we'd like to show a game being developed in collaboration with Nintendo. Please take a look.
Okay, so is this a first-party game? It's in collaboration with Nintendo. Is it a third-party with Nintendo's feedback, or what's going on here? What game is this? Okay.
When the Zonai, who descended from the heavens, joined hands with the Hylians, who dwelled on the surface, their union led to a great and prosperous kingdom. But in time, a terrible evil arose.
What game
A
is
war
this?
was fought to vanquish this evil. One which future generations would call the Imprisoning War.
So this Tears of the Kingdom prequel where you play as Zelda in the past.
So that's Hyrule Castle? Then that must mean this really is the past.
This, Wait, Minoru didn't have her suit in the past. I thought we made it in Tears of the Kingdom. It's a Hyrule Warriors game, but for Age of Imprisonment. Okay. I played one of the Hyrule Warriors games. I wasn't too much a fan of the Hyrule Warriors, but I might buy it.
That was Hyrule Warriors Age of
Hey,
Imprisonment.
Alicia Marie, how's it going?
It's being developed by Koei Tecmo Games with support from Nintendo. We hope you're looking forward to the untold story of the Imprisoning War, which took place in Hyrule long ago.
But how? Like, I take it it's a non-canonical
Some
game.
news about Nintendo Switch Online. You can continue to enjoy Nintendo Switch Online on Switch 2.
That's good. It's good I don't have to buy two
Nintendo Switch
things.
Online Plus expansion pack, you can enjoy a new membership benefit exclusively on Switch 2. Please take a look at this.
Okay, what benefit do we get? I forgot to cancel my expansion pack. Okay, let's go. Let's go.
Nintendo
Yeah, I'm glad I
Switch
forgot to cancel
Online
it.
Plus expansion pack will be getting a new classic game library exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2. Nintendo GameCube, originally released in 2001.
Okay, what GameCube
Here are the
games do we
titles
have?
That will be available at launch. A Legend of Zelda game that looks
Yeah,
like a
Wind
cartoon
Waker.
come to life through cell shading. Controlling the wind using a
Can
mysterious
finally play Wind
baton,
Waker.
Link sets sail on an adventure across the Great Sea. The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. Transcending history and the world, a tale of souls and swords eternally retold. In this 3D, weapons-based fighting game, each fighter comes equipped with a different weapon, and Link from the Legend of Zelda series enters the fray. Soul Calibur 2. Experience a world of white-knuckle racing at speeds over 2,000 kilometers per hour. 30 machines will put it all on the line in death-defying races.
F-Zero, they stole that from
Featuring
F-Zero
the series
99,
first
clearly.
Machine customization and story mode. Get ready to experience F-Zero GX. In games that support multiplayer, up to 4 can play
Anything
together
good?
locally or online.
Nothing really too good so far. Like,
Enjoy these
the
classic
stuff I would have
games
hoped
with
for
clearer
to
image quality
be
and
more.
higher resolution than the original releases. You can also check the controls for each title. and
Definitely
customize
curious
them
about
to your liking.
what about Mario Kart? Good, bro. Well, yeah, the Mario Kart Studios Mario Kart. I didn't see anything specifically. I'm curious if, like, the Pokemon game, if you could transfer Pokemon, like, into
Nintendo GameCube,
other
Nintendo
Pokemon
Classics,
games. Like, if you could
the Switch
transfer the
2
Lugia
exclusive
from
game library coming to
from
Nintendo
that.
Switch Online Plus expansion pack.
Do they have
launches the
Pokemon games
same
from the
day
Game
as
Boy?
hardware's release.
I'm curious if you can transfer to Pokemon Home, is what I'm meaning. Pokemon Home,
A
Pokemon...
dedicated controller designed
Is that what it's
after
called?
the original GameCube controller will also be released. It can connect wirelessly and also has a C button to quickly access Game Chat. The Nintendo GameCube controller, exclusively available for Nintendo Switch Online members, will also be available the same day as Nintendo Switch 2.
Oh, so you won't be able to, like, pre-order
Whether
or
you're
anything like
familiar
that?
with the
You can only
games
order it on
or
that
haven't
day, and then
played
it'll
them
take, like, a week.
We hope you're
Like,
looking
I'm definitely looking forward to
Nintendo
playing Wind Waker, because I've only played,
Nintendo
like,
classics.
up until the part where you get to the first dungeon
Of
before.
course, you can continue to play select games from the
Definitely
systems
looking
shown
forward to
here
that.
on Nintendo Switch 2. Okay, let's see some more games from our publishing and development partners.
Aw, we're going back to third parties? I probably should have paused on, like, the list of games, because I'm curious what other games there are. I saw the Pokemon Coliseum, Pokemon XD, I think is what it was. And then Wind Waker. Like those, I'm so curious if you can transfer the Pokemon into Pokemon Home. Available on launch day. So it seems like just third-party stuff is available on launch day. It's just Mario Kart.
Borderlands 4, our upcoming flagship Borderlands game, will launch on Nintendo Switch 2. Borderlands is back. Loot and shoot your way through a world filled with wild enemies and outrageous weapons.
That's just a random FPS game.
We're still in development, and it's already the most ambitious Borderlands game we've ever made.
I think I have Borderlands 3. I think I got it. I think I got it for a game bundle. So maybe I should at least see what that game is like.
Hi, I'm Dennis Shirk from Firaxis Games. We're releasing a Nintendo Switch 2 edition
Civ 7.
of Sid Meier's Civilization 7. In Civ 7, you'll establish an empire and guide your people throughout the ages of history. With the new mouse controls, players can enjoy a more intuitive gameplay experience.
For people used to playing these games on your computer, you can now play on your Switch, or just stick to your computer.
Already own the Nintendo Switch version, you can experience mouse controls on Switch 2 by purchasing the upgrade. And we have even more news from 2K.
Hi, I'm Lionel Jinx.
And I'm Ben Bishop.
Our final announcement for today is that WWE 2K is coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
Plus NBA 2K as well.
We can't wait to see you in the ring.
And on the court.
4 kids find this old tattered map. Off they went armed with nothing but youthful enthusiasm and a profound lack of preparation.
What is this?
Terrible at steering a raft. Let's slay some trees. Awesome! You nailed it! Hook, line and sinker. Tastes amazing, doesn't it? Really have started to master this survival thing. Next stop, the top. Ha! Nicely done. Well, I think that's everything. Let's set sail. This time, for home.
I understood nothing from that trailer. I don't know what that game is.
I'm Dave Crooks from Dodge Roll.
Okay.
Here's the first look at Enter the Gungeon 2. Dodge countless bullets and aim for the Gungeon's depths.
I've heard of the Enter the Gungeon. I've never played it before.
Now reloaded in a new 3D art style. You can expect some fan-favorite elements to return. We're still working on the game, and we're excited to share more with you in the future.
Is this also going to be a release? Nope. And say it's going to be released on the same day. Rival Kids looks OP. Did not understand anything of the trailer. Third party the direct. Yeah, I want to hear more about first party stuff. Is there only one first party release title so far? And it's just Mario Kart.
Hello, my name is Adam Badowski from CD Projekt Red. We are delighted to bring the immersive world of the dark future to Nintendo players for the first time. Cyberpunk 2077 is an open
So basically they're porting all the 10-year-old games onto Nintendo Switch 2 because Nintendo Switch 2 finally has the hardware to handle 10-year-old games at this point.
Get ready to meet unforgettable characters and discover engaging stories when Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition comes to Nintendo Switch 2 on launch day.
こんにちは、スクエアエニックスの浜口です。任天堂スイッチ2で
Final Fantasy VII
リメイク、
remake.
インターグレードを
Are they on like Final Fantasy 15?
本作はミッドガル脱出までを描いた3部作
First
シリ
game
ー
in
ズ
the
の
trilogy.
1作目となり、20年以上の時
Seven?
を経て再創作された新しい FF7 を
Like is Final Fantasy 7 like iconic or something? I'm not really a fan of the JRPGs. So I don't know if Final Fantasy 7 of all things is what people like. Hollow Knight. I don't know what the story of Seasons there is. Don't know what this is. Don't know what this is. Yeah. These are telling me nothing about the game. All it's telling me is the title in like 2 seconds. I can't even tell the genre of some of these. Doesn't seem like a lot of these are coming out on release. Like a lot of these are June, July. Or just generic 2025. Yeah, so that's number 2. I take it it's second in a series, so if you're familiar with whatever series that is and you want a sequel.
We've shown a lot of games so
it's
far.
a Fortnite game? No, it's Fortnite.
The next game will be the last from our publishing and development partners.
All we had for Switch 1 was Breath of the Wild and 1-2 Switch. Well, 2 is still more than 1. We've only heard about one like main first-party game so far, which is Mario Kart. And then a lot of this is just stuff you already own, you can pay to upgrade to the Switch 2 for all the new features. But not even on release day.
I give you my blood.
How's it going though, NSM?
My life. Turn, O wheel, and transport him to a night of moonlight, to humanity's very dusk.
No clue what this is supposed to be so far. Yeah, there was Fortnite. Fortnite's being made on the Switch too, but Fortnite already exists on every other platform. Now you can play Fortnite on Switch 2 as well. It's the exact same game. It kills it then. Just showing me random scenes doesn't really tell me anything about this game. Like, best I can tell from these buildings being decayed is it's supposed to be some post-apocalyptic adventure game. But I really have no clue if that's the case. Apparently the jumping said heat. Yeah,
Close your eyes and contemplate now the moon.
They finally started talking, but I think this is dialogue from the game.
I pray that you are able, carrier of blood.
Well, this seems like some post-apocalyptic adventure game, but I don't. Like, they need to have some commentary explaining what's going on.
Tears will flow for one, and one alone.
The Duskbloods, okay. Again, the name says something to do with blood, because someone was saying something about having blood or something. I don't get it. If I'm confused and don't understand what your game is, I'm not going to buy it. Available only on Nintendo Switch 2.
What you just saw was a brand new game by From Software. We'll be publishing a creator's voice article where the game's director, Hidetaka Miyazaki, will share more details about the game. So please check it out
On April 4th, so that's already available, but okay. So I guess they weren't able to get him to explain in time to put it into the direct.
The developers who appeared today, as well as our publishing and development partners who prepared footage for this presentation. In addition to what you saw today, our partners are working on many games coming to Nintendo
That rat
Switch
guy
2.
should drink rat poisoning? What rat guy?
We'll showcase more games in the future, so we hope you're looking forward to it. Next, please take a look at this.
Badge. What is this? Usually they save the good stuff for last. Yeah, that's the Kirby Warp Star, I think. His new Kirby game. The rat/bird at the end of the previous game. Oh, okay. What is new Kirby game? Apparently Smacking the Star says heat. Hell-functioning Warp Star, true. But what is this? What Warp Star doing? Oh, it's actually warping. I guess. That's how the Warp Stars work. They have engines in them. Yeah. Wait, is it a Kirby racing game? What? Okay, so there's gonna be two games. Mario Kart and Kirby Kart. Oh no, it's not even a release title. Kirby Kart is...
Air Ride, which originally released on the Nintendo GameCube system over 20
Oh, that's
years
actually
ago,
a game.
is getting a brand new game.
I didn't even realize it was an upgrade to a
We hope
game.
you're looking forward to Kirby Air Riders, directed by Masahiro Sakurai.
It's a port, but it's from the GameCube instead of
Next
launching it
is
on the
our last
GameCube.
trailer for today.
Nintendo Switch
take a
Online
look.
thing. Yeah, this is the last trailer. It's a sequel. Okay, so it's not a port or a remake, it's a sequel. Okay. It's a sequel to a game from 20 years ago. It's very weird choice. Especially when they're doing the remakes of the GameCube stuff on the Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack thing. Okay. What's this Donkey Kong game about? So is this like 3D platforming with some 2D platforming? Because I saw the 2D section, which... Donkey Kong Bonanza. What made me convert 7? What month is that? July? June? It's July.
A brand new 3D platforming action game.
Okay,
starring
3D
Donkey
platforming.
Kong.
We saw what looked like a
Donkey
2D
Kong
section though.
Bonanza. With incredible strength, smash through enemies, walls, the ground, and just about everything as you demolish your way
So
through
it's
a
like
massive
Odyssey,
underground
but
world.
Donkey Kong instead of Mario.
More details will be shared in the future. We hope you're looking forward to it.
Thank you for watching so far.
To recap, Nintendo Switch 2 launches on June 5th. Finally, here are the hardware options that will be available at launch. We'll release Nintendo Switch 2, as well as a bundle that includes a digital version of Mario Kart World.
Okay, we'll probably get the one with the
For
game.
more details, please check the official Nintendo Switch 2 website, which goes live later today.
We've covered a lot of information, but that's all we have to share for today.
You'll have to wait just a bit longer for launch. We are very much looking forward to everyone being able to experience Nintendo Switch
TK
2.
needed it. 3D Mario will come eventually.
We
Yeah,
appreciate
hopefully
you
there's
joining
another
us
3D Mario game soon.
Thank you very much.
Let's open up the oh wait, hold on.